Americans didn't drink orange juice or eat cereal until the early 1900s. Food companies like Sunkist and Kellogg's
You're doing a little too much.
to convince people that breakfast was the most important meal of the day.
At what point did it shut me down? Let me see if I got an email.
Salad bread.
It's bread for us at every meal. No salad is less nutritious than it was back in
I'm
the
gonna send a
70s.
strongly
Modern
worded
farmers
letter. I'm
looking
gonna
nutrients
contact
straight out of
support.
the
Like,
We both look
y'all smoking
amazing.
crack or
So
something?
what do you do to stay in shape?
We discovered something that's changed our lives for the better. And for our friends too. Isn't that right, honey?
I'm in my 80s. I've never
you can
seen
do
anything
commentary
work
on
this fast.
fucking
I felt like my
anything. If it's
entire
out there,
body was on
then
fire.
it's
I
for
remember
public
waking
use.
Chuck
It's
up
fair
and
use.
telling him, "You need to take me to the hospital." At the time, I had no idea I'd been poisoned by IV in me for 5.
I lost like 20 pounds.
I'm in great shape, and I have the energy.
I lost like 20 pounds.
I'm in great shape, and I have the energy to do things like this every single day.
My digestion is fantastic. Bloating is gone. All because I changed one thing.
I believe in always being prepared for the unexpected.
That could mean a natural disaster.
So,
or even a
y'all,
threat
the
to
rest
your
of the
loved
day,
ones.
y'all can
But
find
what
me
if
on
the
TikTok.
unexpected danger wasn't something outside your door, but inside your
Okay.
own body? Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging, but in my experience, it could mean something much worse. I call them the 3
I have no
internal enemies,
idea
and they are wrecking the
how
health
long
of millions
they
of
had me
Americans
out.
right now. Most of them don't even know.
But
The
the
good
rest of
news
the day,
is,
y'all can
if you
find
know
me on
what they are,
TikTok.
there's a way to feel better. Not in years or months, but sometimes in just
You
days.
can do.
So you're healthy enough to take on
Let me see
anything
if
the
they
world
sent
may
me
throw
an
at you.
email.
And I'm living proof. That's me,
Like, what
Chuck
the fuck
Norris.
is going
You
on,
probably
bro?
know me as one of the biggest action movie stars of the last 50 years. I also served in the United States Air Force, and I'm a world champion black belt. The things I value most in life are my faith, my family, and my country.
You two just
But
don't
there's
like the
one more
information I'm
really
putting
important
out.
thing we don't talk about enough: our health. And as we get older, it becomes more and more of a problem. After age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and we gain weight easier, especially around the hips and belly. After age 40, muscles start to decline. Our bodies feel weaker. And for most people, it gets worse every year. Simple things like height
This
and
is from a
sports get
brand.
harder and harder. After 50, collagen breaks down and our joints start to ache. It gets tough to play with kids and grandkids, or sometimes even lift household objects or open a jar. We lose mental energy. Brain fog becomes normal, and inside our bodies, even our digestion slows down. That can lead to issues like bloating, fatigue, and even unhealthy food cravings. If you've dealt with any of these things, you're
Hey
not
Justin,
alone.
why you
If
take
we
your
don't
message
support our
away?
bodies, these problems just get worse
Hit the like,
and worse.
y'all.
A few years ago, my wife Gina and I decided to do something about it. We began researching every way we
I
could
don't know.
to
I
turn
can't be
back the
clicking on
clock
every
and
link
help
that
people
comes
feel
in.
great again. I
First,
tried
I gotta
everything.
research it
Some
to
things
see if
worked
it
a
might
little,
be
others
legit.
did nothing at all. But a few things not only worked,
Then I gotta research
they
the email
literally
address.
transformed my health. What I've learned is that anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age. Today, I'm 81 years old, and I look and feel better
I
than
never
I
heard of
have
this
in
brand
years.
before.
My digestion is now fantastic. My body is lean, and my muscles and joints feel strong
Let's see.
and healthy. I've got the energy I need to run around with
It's
family,
so
do
weird
chores
that they
around the
did
ranch,
that.
and socialize with friends till
Because
late in the
I'm
evening.
sitting
Most
here
important of all, my body just feels good.
doing
How'd I do
my
it? In the end, the solution was actually
thing.
really simple. There were 3 internal enemies attacking my health. And by just fixing these 3 things, I've now got tons more energy, better
Which?
digestion, feel younger and stronger. Which is how we all need to feel if we're going to be fully prepared for
When I
any
get back, we're
situation.
gonna be
The
doing
first
this.
thing I
The
fixed was
Hulu,
something
the
you may have
Hulu,
heard about
rated
recently.
Hulu.
Internal enemy number 1.
And I was
Compromised gut.
watching
Gut health is hugely important to overall health. In fact,
Tank and Ryan, and they shut me down. But it's like if you're doing commentary, and I'm right, I'm in frame and everything here and there and all that, they not supposed to shut me down. But I'm finna go out and get this scooter footage real quick. Get some little Cheetos or whatever from the store. Cheetos or either popcorn. Okay, so this is a legit company. Okay. So. Alright, cool. I see you. I see you shining, baby. I see you shining. I see you shining, baby. I see you shining. I see you shining, baby. I see you shining. Come on. Send her in. Send her in. Send her in. Send her in. Okay. So I'm gonna play this, but I ain't gonna show it this time. Let y'all watch this real quick. I'm gonna be on TikTok the rest of the day, y'all. Even when I do my exercises, cause guess what? On TikTok, you can play music. When you live on TikTok, you can play music. You don't get no strike or nothing for that. So I'm doing my workouts over there. Everything. Alright, so cool. So they sent me an offer. Oh, I forgot I had it on mute.
Information. It's found in foods like fish, meat, eggs, and dairy. And if you're vegan, hey everyone, did you know?
Hey guys, did you know some drivers are ditching their car insurance and they're doing this instead? Now the reason why you may be overpaying for car insurance is because a big chunk of your monthly payment isn't even for insurance. It's to pay.
Hey everyone, did you know that the vitamin you might not think about often, vitamin B12, could be the key to keeping your brain sharp and your memory intact? Yeah, that's right. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve function, red blood cell production, and even DNA formation. It's found in foods like fish, meat, eggs, and dairy, and if you're vegan or vegetarian, you might need to get it from fortified cereals or supplements. But here's the kicker. Even if your B12 levels are technically normal, they might still be messing with your brain function. Let's dive into this shocking new study that reveals how both too little and too much B12.
This is my first time listening to this video, so I'm listening to see if I hear anything
What
that
is
I
vitamin B12 and why
disagree
do you need it?
with.
Let's start with the basics. Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, is an essential nutrient your body must have to function properly. It plays a key role in brain health, nerve function, red blood cell formation, and even DNA production. Without it, your nervous system and overall cognitive function can take a serious hit. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, recommends that people over 14 get at least 2.4 micrograms of B12 daily. You can find it in fish, meat, poultry, eggs, and dairy products. There are also fortified cereals and nutritional yeast for those on a plant-based diet. But here's the catch. Even if you think you're getting enough, you might still be at risk for cognitive problems. A new study has found that B12 levels, whether too low or too high, can impact brain function, and that's where things get really interesting. The hidden dangers of low B12 levels. A lot of people assume B12 deficiency is rare.
I want
But the
to.
truth is that up to 40%
I need to do some
of Western
sewing.
populations have low or borderline levels.
I feel like I'm
And
going
even if you
into a
fall within the
sewing withdrawal.
so-called normal range, that might not be enough to protect your brain. A study published in Annals of
I
Neurology
want to make a
took a deep
jumpsuit.
dive
I
into
gotta make
B12
some
levels among older adults. Researchers analyzed
long sleeve shirts.
231 healthy participants, all around the age of 71, and found that those with lower B12 levels
I might
experienced
do some
slower
sewing
brain
on
processing
TikTok Live
speeds.
today.
That means their brains were literally
But I
working at
gotta
a
do
slower
some
pace.
computer work
Scary,
too, so
right? But it doesn't stop there. The
I'll probably
study
save the
also
computer work
discovered
for
that
later,
lower
like
B12
when it's
levels
dark.
were linked to white matter hyperintensities.
Dark.
Brain abnormalities often associated with cognitive decline and dementia. Essentially, low B12 might be causing damage to the very structure of your brain, making it more vulnerable to memory loss and neurological issues. The surprising dangers of high B12 levels. Now you might be thinking, all right, so I just need to make sure I get plenty of B12, right? Well, not so fast. The same study found that people with higher than average B12 levels also showed potential signs of cognitive risk. Specifically, they had increased levels of T-tau protein, a marker associated with neurodegeneration and dementia. But why? Researchers believe that the problem isn't necessarily the total amount of B12 in the blood, but rather the balance between active and inactive B12. Too much inactive B12 can mislead doctors into thinking your levels are fine, when in reality, your brain isn't getting the usable form
And they
it
know
actually
this.
needs.
They be
How
man.
does B12 impact the brain? To understand
not
why
the day for me to
B12
get
is so
upset
crucial for brain
about
function,
anything.
let's talk about myelin. Myelin is the protective coating around your nerves, kind of like insulation
Hello,
around electrical
hello.
wires. It helps transmit signals quickly and efficiently. Without enough
Hit the
B12,
like button,
your body
y'all.
struggles
Hit
to
the
maintain
like.
this insulation, leading to slower nerve conduction. This is exactly what researchers
Like
observed in the
button.
study. Participants with lower B12 levels had delayed electrical signals traveling from their eyes to their brain. That's a clear indication that B12 plays a direct role in how fast and efficiently your brain processes information. The scary part, many people with normal B12 levels still show these issues. That suggests we might need to rethink what's actually considered a healthy range for B12.
You talking about
Should B12 recommendations
rethink.
be changed? Given all
When
this
that's
new
the main
information,
issue you
should
have is
doctors
stunting.
change how they evaluate B12 levels? Some experts think
I
so.
like this video though
Dr.
because he's
Ari
touching
Green,
on some
one of
stuff
the
that
lead
needs to be
researchers,
touched on.
believes we need to start distinguishing between active and inactive B12 when measuring levels. Right now, standard tests only measure total B12, which can be misleading. If someone has high inactive B12
And when you
but
go
low
to
active B12,
your
they can still experience
hematologist,
neurological damage,
they should be
even if their test
trying to
results
look for
look
active
fine.
and inactive,
That's
but
why
they be
he
trying to play in your
suggests using more
face.
precise methods to assess B12 status, especially in older adults
They be trying to
who
play
are
in your
at
face.
higher
Hold on a
risk for
second, y'all. Let
cognitive
me.
decline. Be worth getting your B12 levels checked regularly to avoid potential issues. How to make sure you're getting the right amount of B12.
Fighting for my
So,
life.
what's the best way to keep your B12 levels in check? Here are some key takeaways. Eat B12 rich foods. Salmon, beef, eggs,
Oh,
dairy,
y'all
and
missed some because
fortified
I had
cereals
it.
are
I
great
was
sources.
I
If you're
had to
vegetarian,
respond to a message real quick. Watch them give me a commercial.
it helps transmit signals quickly and efficiently. Without enough B12, your body struggles to maintain
Dang,
this
I
insulation.
did like a few minutes
Leading to
with
slower
this,
nerve
and now
conduction.
I feel like
This
all
is
the gas.
exactly
It got all
what
the gas.
researchers
About to,
observed in the study.
y'all gonna hear me pass the
Participants with
gas.
lower
Boy.
B12 levels had delayed electrical
This
signals
is the
traveling from their
smart
eyes to
hoop,
their
the
brain.
weighted hoop.
That's a clear indication that B12 plays a direct role in how fast and efficiently your brain processes information. The scary part, many people with normal B12 levels still show these issues. That suggests we might need to rethink what's actually considered a healthy
Think?
range for B12.
You want me to
Should
think?
B12 recommendations be changed? Given all this new
You want me to
information,
think?
should doctors change how they evaluate B12 levels? Some experts think so. Dr. Ari Green, one of the lead researchers,
so I need
believes we
this
need to
link
start
to
distinguishing
add it
between
onto here
active and inactive
before I
B12
can
when
put
measuring
it.
levels. Right now, standard tests only measure total B12, which can be misleading. If someone has high inactive B12 but low active B12, they could still experience neurological damage, even if their test results look fine. That's why he suggests using more precise methods to assess B12 status, especially in older adults who are at higher risk for cognitive decline. Who is most at risk for B12 issues? Now let's talk about who should be most concerned about their B12 levels. While anyone can be affected, certain groups are at higher risk. Older adults. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12 from food. That's why older individuals are more likely to have deficiencies, even if they eat a normal diet. Vegetarians
This
and
one,
vegans.
this
Since
company, I
B12
gotta
is
hit them up
primarily
because
found
bitch,
in animal
you owe
products,
me
those on
a
plant-based
good
diets
$300
need to
something
be extra
and I'm just
mindful.
like, why you stop
Fortified
replying?
foods
Like,
and supplements are crucial for maintaining healthy levels. People with digestive disorders. Conditions like Crohn's disease, celiac disease, and IBS can interfere with B12 absorption, leading to deficiencies. Individuals taking certain medications, some drugs like metformin for diabetes and
testing
proton
me.
pump inhibitors for acid reflux, can reduce B12 absorption
and
over
which way
time.
to lose?
If you fall into any of these categories, it might be worth getting your B12 levels checked regularly to avoid potential issues. How to make sure you're getting the right amount of B12. So, what's the best way to keep your B12 levels in check? Here are some key takeaways. Eat B12 rich foods. Salmon, beef, eggs, dairy, and fortified cereals are great sources. If you're vegetarian or vegan, make sure to include fortified plant-based options. Consider a supplement. A multivitamin with B12 is usually enough for most people, but if you have trouble absorbing B12, you may need a higher dose supplement or even B12 injections. Don't overdo it. While excess B12 is generally considered safe, since your body excretes the extra, very high levels might still pose risks, as we saw in the study. Get tested.
We
If you're
did, 'cause I
experiencing
wasn't
brain
listening.
fog, memory issues, or unexplained fatigue, ask your doctor for a detailed B12 test that measures both active and inactive levels. And here's an important tip. B12 absorption works best in small doses throughout the day. So if you're supplementing, you might want to take it in limited doses. Should you get your B12 tested,
I can hear it over here, but on the other phone, I can't hear it. This is the cipher we was on last night. Of course, that's me right there, but just freestyling.
Everybody blame you, you ballin' like you Babe Ruth, babe. Blame it on baby. I let the beat build. Okay, kid, drop the beat. I'm about to take it home. Let's go. 2, 3, get my sword ass reach like his ass off his feet. Yeah, I took you home in life. What the fuck you want, B? I don't do Snapchat. I keep it in the street. Drop the pen, we can meet. Gotta walk on.
It's not showing which one that is, but I know which one it was. It's that dude right there, right? Yeah, that's right. I want y'all to hear this one guy. Oh, watch this, watch this. Trying to bring it home. Big cutter hit his ass up like this. I that bitch up. Diamonds on my hand, walking with my fist up. Threw me in the hood, they thought that I was gonna flop. Rolling hard, got my arm in the ring when I do. I be feeling like a dog boy, walking in the ring. So who's rapping? That's some music right now. Just music. As long as I got drink, I don't never ever hear it. Oh, he was playing a song at that time.
Oh, yeah, a refill, nigga. Your favorite rapper say it. With your kids, cause the last nigga played with somebody died.
Oh, that's a the baby song, my bad. So I was all wrong on that. That's my first time joining. So.
Run it back. Sorry about that. You gotta kiss
this girl here is a trip. She's single.
But it's fun though. It's fun.
It is until you get that block. You get like certain beats. I get to a certain point, I get blocked out.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. What am I gonna do with the beater now?
Yeah, that happens. But you know, sometimes it's like it's like you gotta just walk away, let it sit.
Marinate.
Yep. And when you come around, then you'll know. Okay, perfect time. I know exactly what this is for.
Yeah.
And be like that. Like that's how I be. I get blocked like that with other stuff because, you know, I'm creative, so I'm always doing something.
I wish I could fast forward a little bit, but it'll go too far.
Finished.
Yeah, I got a lot of those. I got a lot of those.
I'm like, dang.
Oh, I got all of those.
See,
Then it'll be like, oh, because it was perfect for something else the whole time.
You just didn't know what it was again.
Right.
Yo, what's cooking?
Hey, greetings.
Okay, so let me try to speed it up a little bit. Where they start getting going. This is when I first joined.
Oh, y'all, this my first time over here. Y'all.
So he was explaining it's just a cipher where they just flow, freestyle, do poetry, whatever. Okay. He cut the music off on his ass.
Turn your musical masterpiece
Fucking advertising.
money. Start selling.
Hey.
I guess. I don't give you. I'm not saying nothing negative. I like that Uchiwali beat though. When I heard him, I was like, I'm hooked. Bro, you know you're somebody. I guess he's trying to get it going because it seemed like two problems. This guy, his mic, it sounded muffled the whole time, and then this girl, she's like, she had strong words in all her raps. I'll say that. I'm just gonna say that.
How you gon' bait 2 on. Go ahead. I'm cooking like ragu, don't stop, yo, man. I'm on the block, though, smoking, yeah, got the brick on, got those, let's go. So that shit to a lot, no bars, like it hit fresh over the border. The inspire, go sit on the road, open the road. Some that you already know, blazing up the snow. You already know, and I'm smoking on the Joe, spitting flow, hitting holes, you already know.
Don't just take classes.
Y'all killing it.
Charge. Start your comeback today at
And remember,
edu.
don't just take classes.
New era of auto-tune. It's a master class.
Take your master class.
Hey, thank y'all.
Music, that was fire.
I love that shit, bro. I love that shit. I love that shit.
Yeah, man, like we did this. So you gonna catch it?
Hold up.
Who, me?
You know I'm riding in the photo. I ain't playing with you, dog. You better take a photo. I'ma do this motherfucker. Yeah, I'm like a moto. See, I'm like I'm dragging the motherfucker. No, I'm
I did. I went for the first
You know
time.
what I desire. I'ma do it big, but you know what I'm living. I ain't playing with you, dog. But you better get your Smith, and I'ma do this motherfucker really ridiculous. You motherfucker know I'm out here really getting what I want, cause I'm getting the paper, bitch. I'm talking about them dividends and Benjamins. You know I'm always stacking them in. I got a problem with me, dog. You better pull up in the black bins, cause a motherfucker like me, we ain't happening. We gon' play it now. I'ma pull up at night and I'ma end you like, whoa. See motherfuckers out here really playing with the game, but motherfucker like me really ain't playing. Ain't no lame. I'm really not tamed. I'ma do this thing like a wild animal. These motherfuckers out here really trying to be a Danimal. I the bitches suck me up like a Danimal. But you know I'm in this motherfucker, yeah, I'm an animal. I fucked up on the beat and said it twice. I don't give a fuck, cause it's true, that's just twice as right. I don't know. Price is right, Bob. Motherfucker know I'm in this shit and I ain't no slob. I don't know. Someone take this hoe. I'm trying to pass it off for like 10 bars.
Okay. Up like my aggro. It's cool if you ask me. Anybody can act like the thing that'll kill me is all I ever seen a fucking little mirror. I be like, hell out, but the
talented.
it's clarity, son. To move like grandson. I gotta P5O and take up my profits. How you feel like somebody should stop it? I was trying to tell them this is why a nigga being moving crazy. Hell yeah, old money like a slavery. I feel like I'll just take this right now. With a mask on, please get on the ground. And with a nice little voice, please give me it now. I want the cash, you want it out, you know just how it goes. In the cycle of a life, you know the way we show. Having money on the plane, we traveling all the globe. How you be on every day, we feel like we don't know, but I just feel like you.
What's the need to laugh? I ain't getting trucking, but I need to laugh. I ain't got funds, but I need to laugh. Breaking shit, I got shit, this shit, big dope, but don't lay no lies. I been feeling like a kid alive. I got beauty stuff, I got dropping my whole life. I got profits, got more money, got more stash. Stack like a burger, stack more cash. More money in this life. I know many niggas will override. I know at the end of the beat, you know what the fuck it is, you know how it be. Did I really turn it off, you know what it see. I'm in this motherfucker, yeah, you better watch your seat. Cause a motherfucker really coming up in the game. I'm really taking over, yeah, you motherfuckers is lame. Get out my way, I'ma do this motherfucker insane. If you got a problem with me, dog, I'ma put you under the grave.
Lexi.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you just knocked me out.
Hey, my guy. Thank you so much. Hey. Shorty wanna stage my back. Shorty wanna stage my back. Shorty told me that she rap. Shorty is my eyes tonight. If you riding on time. Shorty, don't tell me no lies. Shorty, what's in your eyes? Shorty, look into my eyes. Shorty, breaking my back, breaking my bruise, breaking my stripes, breaking my bruise. They give her some cash. Shorty ain't nice. Shorty's a lot. Shorty ain't that. Shorty's a brat. No, it's not starting. You is really 26. I'm trapping no fears. I know that ain't no trusting.
Take me as I am. Move before it gets too far. I was trying to be living life, to move just like a star. Cause somebody said they wanted things. Somebody said they gotta know. Every person has to be living life like miracles. Now I know that this ain't gonna stop me ever. Now I know that this is what I've been searching for.
Hey nigga, I was gonna get it. I would always take everything, cause God. I don't wanna live it. I'm just taking everybody, making every new decision we gone. I wish you somebody else would go with me that can sing. I can't sing with the fuck. It's cold, man. For real. I rap, I don't sing.
Yeah,
But you can rap your ass off. You can rap your ass off, dude.
Yeah, I cannot sing. It sound like two cats fucking. Sound like something squalling. I don't give a fuck, dog. You know I'm not trying to make your ears bleed. I'ma do this motherfucker, yeah, fluidly. I'm in this motherfucker, yeah, I'm really bougie when I'm on the beat. I don't give a fuck, I leave it black and blue. You know how it be. I'ma beat the beat. Motherfucker know I'm in this shit. I'm never going industry. I'm an independent artist to the death of me. I'ma do this motherfucker, yeah, like I got the recipe. Got a problem with me, dog, better pull up with the smithy. I ain't playing with you, dog, I'm really in this bitch, you dismiss like the class. I'ma do this bitch, kiss my ass. I'ma do the motherfucker, yeah, I'm smoking grass.
Grass, I thought to wanna rap too. Grass, niggas, no grass. DK, sorry if I try me, no B. Sorry if I got you cause I know B. She love me, yes, I know her. She love. Niggas in my hometown. H no. Love to the sky.
Mofos try to tell me I did something wrong when I posted.
Please don't break the honey. Y'all gotta start talking to y'all mic. Y'all low.
Get in your mic, dog. Get it closer to your mic. Get it closer to your mic so we can hear some balls.
Trying to come up to you? Okay, shit. Be trapping a lot of niggas I see why I do that out of the front. Shawty see that I do it for fun. Nah, I just do it just to left. A lot of niggas tryna play me like I'm a stepper.
The smell makes my knees weak.
If your boyfriend hears this, he's gonna hate me. She actually told me earlier that she liked how I smelled today.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm a smooth operator.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Hey, nothing everybody to good rain. Young nigga coming, middle and change. Talking to me, put respect on my name. I'm the nigga that was born to do things. How you gonna say if it's easy? Running my city is easy. Talk shit like nobody needs it. But I do all of the reasons. Haven't seen I wanna move. Some days it's got me high on the moon. I'm stuck in the way. I gotta keep doing it. You gon' hate me, say I'm the cool. Sayonara to the people that hate. I'ma do it with my musical face. Take it to the street to make it. Nigga be fooled. Oh, like the AIDS,
Yeah. I'm a smooth operator, motherfucker, no, I'm in the shit like I'm playing operation. I'ma win the game, motherfucker, no, I'm winning the race. I'm more like the hair, more like the turtle to me. I'ma do this motherfucker, yeah, you motherfuckers turning into me. Cause a motherfucker really tell me to mince me. With the chopping motherfucker, no, I really be chopping. I don't give a fuck, like I'm really in this bitch and I'm about to go out. I don't give a fuck, but you know I'm really on the top. I'm a power top, motherfucker, no, I'm in this bitch. I'ma kill it every day. I ain't playing with you, dog, yeah, I'm just spraying with the lyrics. Motherfuckers better hear it. I ain't really give a fuck, dog, I'm incoherent.
Bro, open it up so I can see it.
I'm perfect, shawty on me and she doing it now. Nigga beef, I mean, ain't adding another. Like, take it up, what's in that shit? I'ma kill me a nigga that catch me and spit right, yeah. Let me two top two squares for me. Niggas beef, I can jump put in that shit. Like, making songs, I'm making it real. Yo, niggas beef, I can jump put in that shit. Kill that nigga, fuck, when I'm at five. Niggas beef, I can jump put in the line. Yo, tell that be moving like that, girl. Nigga beef, I can she making it fly.
Your mama's under review. Like, what are we talking about here?
My music be range, the buzz to the vein. range. They say this shit different, they know it won't change. To put a lot up if you wanted to go, anybody can hate it, but that's what the thing is. I gotta know if you live in the hood and you protect yourself, it get dangerous. I wanna say if you wanna be shooting your shot, better hit it right where the bang is. Gun on the field. Nigga be heavy, cause every day they gon' say that they with me, I'm witnessing things. I wanna be the best nigga the rappers and end my life like a nigga again. What's how you approaching this shit? If you good, they gon' laugh out and joke in this bitch. If you mad, they gon' go out and say they this bitch. If you wanna, we go out and say we can live. My city, steady, they with me. Move like a dangerous and stuck in the dungeon. Hating me now, but you say that we up. If I'm down, nigga, know that we all else or something. We up in some country, we couple like. I like the motherfucking sun when it coming up. I got a lot of these people who hate me right now. They can't see they try to be dangerous. I'm on. Hey.
Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
Most hated bitch.
Boy.
Everybody know who I am. They can suck my clit and a white. Oh, okay.
I ran back for you. You got room.
Okay. Watch this shit. This is tough. Everybody know who this is.
Hey.
Yeah. Shit. I
Bro, you just come in here so you can help out the chat. I feel you. But you wanna, I told you, if you wanna troll me, you gotta donate to my Cash App. Let me know you donated to my Cash App, and then you can troll. That's how that works. You just wanna be seen, don't you?
Hey.
Go ahead. Next one.
Next piece coming in right now, y'all. Hey, don't forget to double tap that screen for me, y'all. Follow me, you know what I mean? Send your share out, all that good shit. Repost it if you like. If you feel like it. I appreciate all the love.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, you killed that.
My earbud came out. Damn it.
Okay, just hey, speak in the mic real clear, Bubba. Get a little closer to the mic.
In the mic.
It sound muffled.
It does.
Let me make sure. Let me put it in here so y'all know what you gotta do, because clearly. And let me let you listen to something educational.
If sluggish, forgetful, or fatigued, it might be time to check your B12 levels. But don't just settle for a standard B12.
There you go.
Ask
There
your
you
doctor to check active B12 and methylmalonic acid, MNA, levels. These provide a clearer picture of how well your body is actually using B12. Catching a deficiency early can make a huge difference in preventing long-term cognitive decline. B12 and mood. Could a deficiency be causing your anxiety or depression? We've talked about how B12 affects brain function. But here's something you might not expect. B12 levels could also be messing with your mood and mental health. Studies have found a strong link between B12 deficiency and symptoms of depression, anxiety, and even irritability. But why? B12 plays a crucial role in producing neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood and emotions. When B12 levels are low, your brain struggles to produce enough of these feel-good chemicals, leading to symptoms like low energy, brain fog, and even mood swings. Some researchers even suggest that chronic B12 deficiency could increase the risk of developing major depressive disorder over time. What's even more surprising is that some people diagnosed with depression or anxiety might actually just have undiagnosed B12 deficiency. In fact, a study found that supplementing with B12, especially alongside other B vitamins like folate and B6, improved depression symptoms in many patients. So, if you've been feeling persistently down, anxious, or irritable, and nothing seems to help, it might be worth getting your B12 levels checked.
Your
mental health could be one
FSAID
supplement
information?
away from a major improvement. At the end of the day, vitamin B12 plays a huge role in brain health. And this new study proves that both too little and too much can have serious consequences. Whether you're in your 20s or your 70s, keeping your B12 levels in check is crucial for staying sharp, focused, and mentally strong. So, what do you think? Have you ever had your B12 levels checked? Thanks for watching.
I'm feeling
Please
the
check
signs.
out the description field of this video.
I'm feeling the signs. I'm feeling the signs.
recommendations. And if you found this video to be interesting, we would sincerely ask
the time
that you
of
hit
the
the like button and
month.
subscribe to assist in the continued
I
growth
feel
of
it
this
coming
channel. Or simply click
on.
on this video or the playlist to keep exploring more
I can
amazing
feel it,
content.
boy. Coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord,
Sergeant. Ring a bell? She's trying to kill herself.
I've been feeling
It's
so
a
good.
worldwide problem. Neurological changes
Oh,
way
my.
precede blood changes. This was the
Oh,
focus of all my
Lord.
research papers in nursing school.
They warned me about you my first day on the job. Let me be clear, the patient is not anemic. It wasn't recognized by our own neurology team.
Here we go. Okay, so this is a preview. I see what's happening here. I'm gonna turn y'all around. I'm gonna rewind it though. YouTube, don't you shut me down now. Don't play with me. Don't make me have to email y'all. Don't play with me.
Good only Sergeant. Ring a bell? She's trying to kill herself.
It's a worldwide problem. Neurological changes way precede blood changes. This was the focus of all my research papers in nursing school.
They warned me about you my first day on the job. Let me be clear, the patient is not anemic. It wasn't recognized by our own neurology team, an Ivy League teaching hospital.
So will you order the testing?
A nurse does not give medical advice to a doctor. Practically no one gets macrocytic anemia anymore.
That's late stage.
I have macrocytic anemia.
I was wondering if you'd like to go out for a drink sometime.
You're not really my type.
What's your type?
Anyone who's not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I am really sorry about the other day. I was way out of line and I came to apologize.
Low B12 causes brain damage.
You carry around a brain scan on the date? Gotta say, you know your stuff. It's a document you're going to have to sign if you want to keep working.
A gag order. Look, I'm not supposed to be telling you about this.
You can take it elsewhere. Like your doctor boyfriend. You're the reason why we're getting sued. I'm gonna get your ass fired. It's a vitamin, for Pete's sake.
I'm worried that you go back to all those old patients who weren't tested, worried about medical negligence.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused us? We need to look for it and treat it. And the sooner we get the word out, the less suffering there will be.
We have an injunction.
Tantor Audio, a division of recorded books, presents Could It Be B12? An Epidemic of Misdiagnoses. Second edition by Sally M. Patchalock, RN, BSN, and Jeffrey J. Stewart, DO. Narrated by Susie Elthans. Vitamin B12 deficiency is an epidemic causing more health damage than the polio epidemic, and it can now be prevented through simple screening and treatment. Sally M. Patchalock, RN, BSN. Forward. Recently, at a European conference where both Sally Patchalock and I were speakers, I conveyed to the delegates how much I value this book by stating that wherever I travel, two books always accompany me. One is the Holy Bible. The other is Sally's book, Could It Be B12? Could It Be B12 speaks only the truth, and in doing so, it gives life back to those with B12 deficiency who were well on their way to losing their lives altogether. The authors, Sally M. Patchalock, RN, and Jeffrey J. Stewart, DO, have committed themselves to this noble cause. They have made this book an invaluable resource for medical students, practicing physicians, and other healthcare professionals. And while it is written in a scientific and highly professional manner, Sally and Jeffrey have succeeded in making the book clear and simple enough to be useful to B12 deficiency patients, their families, and friends. It is unfortunate that despite all the up-to-date evidence that is now available, the medical profession as a whole are taught to believe that B12 deficiency only affects the hemopoietic system. In other words, that it is simply a blood disorder causing anemia and producing megaloblastic, pernicious red blood cells in the marrow. What Sally and Jeffrey have accomplished in this remarkable book is to establish the opposite. B12 deficiency is a multi-system, polyglandular, multi-point metabolic poisonous homocysteine disease or syndrome. Sally's interest in this problem began in 1985 when she herself was misdiagnosed time after time in spite of typical megaloblastosis and a strong family history clearly indicative of B12 deficiency. This prompted Sally, an emergency room nurse, and her husband Jeffrey, an emergency medicine physician, to conduct their own research.
Yeah, I'm gonna put y'all on me because
and collate numerous supporting papers published by
I don't want no mess with YouTube. Oh shoot, what did I just do?
Since I read Could It Be B12 in 2005, 5 quotations from the book kept coming back to me. I wondered why. Then I realized that I am also enduring the same burden as Sally and Jeffrey, since I stumbled on my first case of B12 deficiency in 1981. Since that time, I have been diagnosing, treating, and continually monitoring over 1,000 B12 deficient patients. In other words, 18% of my practice population, as opposed to the 0.1% nationally diagnosed. The 5 striking quotes from the book. Noted physicians had fought the battle to bring the B12 deficiency epidemic to light and had lost. What chance did I have of making a difference? An epidemic is raging, invisible to the public and virtually undetected by medical professionals. But I could not come to terms with the continual parade of lives ruined by failure to detect and treat a simple to identify, simple to treat, simple to cure disorder.
I lost the page.
This is one of the most preventable and most curable of all medical scourges.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
But only if we choose to act. Together, we can stop this epidemic in its tracks. I ask myself why the crucial evidence-based knowledge outlined in this book is not accepted, and why the diagnosis and treatment of B12 deficiency is not part of the mainstream practice throughout all the continents. Is there a deliberate conspiracy to suppress and discredit this knowledge and the people who have been battling to bring this to the world's attention? Who is currently profiting from blocking the simple, innocuous treatment of a vitamin deficiency? This treatment can save patients from a miserable existence, which eventually leads to a slow, painful, and premature death. Caring for these patients during their often prolonged course of illness costs governments billions of dollars, and relatives and friends time, money, and pain. And yet, these are the alarming facts. The attention paid to B12 deficiency by medical and government bodies is steadily decreasing, not increasing. Awareness of this condition is almost non-existent among the current generation of physicians and neurologists. Information about this deficiency disease is downplayed and even presented in a confusing manner in the most recent editions of reputable medical textbooks. Even when clinicians know that they should be treating in accordance with good medical practice, investigate, diagnose, treat, and save lives, they are afraid to commence treatment because they lack up-to-date national guidelines. This results in worldwide misdiagnosis, mistreatment, untold misery, and tragic deaths. It is a huge challenge to change entrenched medical ideas, even when these ideas lead to the death or disability of patients. It is an even bigger challenge when pharmaceutical companies make billions of dollars annually by promoting symptom-modifying drugs that merely mask symptoms of B12 deficiency and fight against those who seek a cure. But Sally and Jeffrey, please do not get disheartened. We in the UK and many others across the world admire and love you, and are most grateful to you both for your valuable contribution. Whosoever shall endure till the end shall reap the reward in due season. Joseph Chandy, Kayalakakam, MD, UK National Health Service Medical Practitioner. 2010 Glory of India Award winner for medical services to the community. Preface to the second edition. More than half a decade has passed since we published the original version of our book. The response from the public has been overwhelming. We've touched more lives than we ever expected, and in this new edition, we relay the stories of people, young and old, whose B12 deficiency diagnoses saved their health and even their lives. We will also update you on the latest research, new case studies in the medical literature, and the best tests and treatments. Sadly, the response from many in the medical community has been apathy or even outright hostility. We have been actively educating the public and healthcare professionals about vitamin B12 deficiency and its frequent misdiagnosis for more than 10 years. In 2005, we wrote the first edition of Could It Be B12? 4 years later, we declared 2009 as the year of B12 awareness, trying to get healthcare professionals and governmental agencies to support our efforts and recognize the fourth week in September as B12 Awareness Week annually. Our efforts are making slow progress, but we are not yet winning the war on misdiagnosed vitamin B12 deficiency. Not only is most of the healthcare community still apathetic about this disorder, but so are the government, the media, and the insurance industry, despite the fact that untreated B12 deficiency can cause serious health problems, injury, disability, and even premature death. There is a pattern of ignorance and accepted neglect regarding vitamin B12 deficiency that must change. Unfortunately, the only avenue may be the courtroom. $1 million malpractice settlements are now being awarded to injured B12 deficient victims. But prevention is a far better solution for everyone. Much is said about preventative medicine, but is it all so much hot air? Diagnosing B12 deficiency is simple and inexpensive, and treating it costs only a few dollars per month. Failure to treat this disorder at an early stage allows conditions to develop that often cause lifelong disability, resulting in enormous treatment costs or even death. After the release of the first edition of the book, we have reached out to the medical community, healthcare community, hospitals, and the government, including 3 surgeons general, congressional representatives from both parties, directors of insurance companies, and Medicare officials. Yet overwhelmingly, we encounter apathy. Hardly anyone cares, and very few want to get involved, or are proactive in changing this system failure. Yet there are small signs of change. In June 2009, for example, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, one of the most prestigious bodies in the field of medicine, issued a report stating that 1 out of every 31 people over age 50 is B12 deficient. The number is much smaller than our findings, but the CDC's report is a step in the right direction. There have been highs and lows since the first edition of Could It Be B12 came out. The public response, in the form of letters and testimonials, has been astonishing. We are making a difference. A 10-month-old baby was diagnosed in March 2006 with severe B12 deficiency because the baby's grandmother read our book and gave it to her daughter-in-law to read. The family had the baby tested, and the results revealed he was severely B12 deficient, a problem undetected by his pediatrician. You'll hear this mother's triumphant story in Chapter 12. Another bittersweet victory is that of the Groover family, whose nightmare we also detail in Chapter 12. Their child was severely injured by B12 deficiency in 2001, and as a result, the Groovers have joined us in our B12 awareness campaign and are vocal B12 advocates. The Groovers wrote to their governor, Bob Riley, of Alabama, describing their son's needless misdiagnosis and lifelong brain injury. In response, Governor Riley assigned State Health Officer Donald E. Williamson, MD, to investigate what is being done in Alabama regarding vitamin B12 deficiency and what the state might do in the future to alert their citizens and healthcare practitioners to this epidemic. In August of 2009, Dr. Williamson to develop and disseminate a B12 deficiency, B12 awareness press release to newspapers, public health clinics, the Women, Infants, and Children WIC program, and the Health Provider Standards section of the Alabama Department of Public Health, which regulates standards for nursing homes. He also sent the release to the Alabama chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Alabama Academy of Family Physicians, and the Alabama Hospital Association. Governor Wiley and Dr. Williamson are the first governmental leaders in the United States to address the problem of misdiagnosed B12 deficiency. This is exactly what politicians and people in power should be doing, but few are. We hope that Governor Wiley and Dr. Williamson will be role models for other leaders to follow. In 2009, Martin Hooper, Executive Chairman of the Pernicious Anemia Society, PAS, of the United Kingdom, joined forces with us and created UK B12 Awareness Week in the last week of October. Together with the PAS, we gathered in the House of Commons in London on October 28, 2009, to discuss the issue with members of Parliament. On May 28, 2010, as a result of the ongoing work of the PAS, the Medical Director of the National Health Service, NHS, in Wales, Dr. Stephen Hunter, became involved and requested a review of vitamin B12 deficiency and its diagnosis and treatment by the National Institute for Health and Clinical Excellence, NICE, in the UK. Dr. Hunter studied the PAS website forum group, which contains hundreds of testimonials from patients who were misdiagnosed and are receiving improper treatment. We were pleased to learn that the first edition of our book helped to galvanize Dr. Hunter's resolve to get B12 deficiency reviewed by NICE. This is a major victory for those who suffer from B12 deficiency. We hope that NICE will approve the review and create new protocols that will impact patients worldwide. On another positive note, in 2009, we became acquainted with Dr. Joseph Chandy, the general practitioner working with 4 doctors in the UK, with a registered list of 5,700 patients. Little did we know that a seasoned clinician some 3,500 miles away and an ocean apart had been silently fighting the same battle as Sally had for so many years, and had shared the same motivation, passion, dedication, and persecution. Patience and fate would bring us together. Dr. Chandy has been treating patients with neuropsychiatric symptoms with or without macrocytosis using B12 replacement since 1981. In contrast to the national estimate that pernicious anemia only affects 0.1% of the population, Dr. Chandy finds that 18% of his patient population exhibits symptoms consistent with B12 deficiency and, perhaps more importantly, benefit from B12 therapy. On 2 occasions, each for more than 18 months at a time, in 2002 and 2007, B12 treatment was withdrawn from his patients at government insistence, causing untold and sometimes irreversible damage and suffering. Dr. Chandy and his assistant, Hugo Minnie, PhD, himself a B12 deficiency sufferer, are making tremendous changes in the UK, fighting for their patients by writing letters to Parliament, assisting the PAS, writing academic papers for publication, and assembling evidence for submission to regulatory bodies in the UK. Hugo authors the B12 Deficiency Patient Support Group website, www.b12d.org, which gives valuable first-line advice to thousands of people worldwide. On a low note, we ended 2009 with 2 tragic emails. The first was from a mother from the Midwest, telling us how her 6-month-old baby began showing signs of developmental delay. Her daughter's pediatrician was aware of this, but just continued to watch her closely. At 13 and a half months of age, the child was finally diagnosed with severe B12 deficiency and began treatment in November 2008. 2 years later, the child has improved somewhat, but it appears that she was diagnosed and treated too late and will suffer a permanent brain injury. The second email was from a cardiothoracic surgeon who went to Harvard Medical School. He wrote in December telling us of his misdiagnosed and mistreated B12 deficiency, which occurred in 2009 and has caused him neurologic injury. Clearly, we are still not winning the war on B12 deficiency, and we need your help. Who will be next in this insidious chain of ignorance, secrecy, and misdiagnosis? Who needs to be injured for this disorder to finally be recognized and diagnosed early? Will it take a president, a pope, a politician, a movie star,
This is the live.
a
This
TV
is a read
personality,
of
a newscaster,
part of her group. I mean, her book.
and who will it
So this
take
is like
for
the
the world
first,
to take
the first
notice?
chapter of the book.
We need to address not just the medical community, but
Chapter
also
of the book.
insurance providers, legislators, and trial lawyers. As medical professionals, it goes against our grain to say this, but often, only after prodding by the legal profession, does any meaningful change occur in medicine. It takes a landmark case, and often several landmark cases, to get the attention of most physicians. Based on our decades of experience, as well as the experience of others, we are convinced this may be the only avenue for meaningful change. And change must happen, because millions of lives and billions of dollars are at stake. At this moment, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS, is taking action to improve the quality of care in hospitals and reduce the number of never events, preventable medical errors that result in serious consequences for the patient.
Charged up. It should have
The
been. I
evidence
should
you
have
will
put
hear
on
in this book
the real charger.
clearly shows that
Oh, charge is complete.
undiagnosed and untreated B12 deficiency, similar to never events, is a condition that should never happen. Every day, patients are walking in and out of healthcare institutions with undiagnosed B12 deficiency. Yet, the ignorance, apathy, and severe knowledge deficit of the medical community allow this poor practice to occur hundreds of thousands of times each year.
On purpose, baby.
Healthcare professionals and the public
I'm tired of sitting down. I'm gonna get ready to do some deadlifts, y'all.
Once and
I'm gonna
for
get back
all.
on this when I get back.
Along with Dr. Chandy, we envision the year 2012 as the year B12 awareness becomes public policy and updated protocols for early diagnosis and treatment are created.
Okay, I got a direct link.
We invite all healthcare professionals, along with the public, to join us in this mission. In the United Kingdom, we are beginning to see the fruits of our labor. On September 25, 2010, Dr. Chandy received a highly prestigious Glory of India Award, honoring his lifetime of service in primary care and his work on vitamin B12 deficiency. Prime Minister David Cameron invited Dr. Chandy to a reception in Downing Street. Members of Parliament Priti Patel and Graham Morris have written to Secretary of State Andrew Lansley requesting that the UK government investigate how B12 deficiency impacts patients, the national health system, and employers. This is a major victory, and we are hopeful that their investigation will lead to the introduction of a screening program, updated protocols, and ongoing research into the diagnosis and treatment of B12 deficiency. In this second edition of Could It Be B12? We include more tragic stories and heartening successes from our own patient population, from readers who have contacted us, and from published case studies in medical journals. We also include a chapter with updated cost-effectiveness statistics that spell out even more clearly the billions of dollars that can be saved by addressing this invisible health crisis. It is our sincere hope that our second edition awakens many more healthcare professionals and consumers to this overlooked and devastating problem. To keep track of our progress and upcoming B12 awareness events, please visit our website at www.b12awareness.org. Sally M. Patchalock, RN, BSN. Jeffrey J. Stewart, DO. Introduction. In 1983, I was the picture of health. I looked fit, I felt great, and I had no idea that a silent crippler lurked inside me, stealthily damaging my brain, nerves, blood vessels, and nearly every organ in my body. Because of my medical training,
I need some wine
I noticed
to
small
listen
signs
to
that
this because
something wasn't right.
she telling my
And I
story.
knew enough to be worried, even when my doctors dismissed those signs as nothing to worry about. I pursued the few clues that my potentially deadly disease left, eventually obtaining a diagnosis of pernicious anemia, an autoimmune form of vitamin B12 deficiency. And as a result, I'll never suffer the terrible symptoms that this disorder can cause. Millions of other victims of B12 deficiency, many of them also victims of doctors who mistakenly ruled out B12 deficiency with complete blood counts, CBC, or never considered the diagnosis at all, aren't as lucky. Some are infants and toddlers, left developmentally disabled for life. Some are young adults.
When did I do that?
Mistakenly diagnosed as having multiple sclerosis, or told erroneously that they are incurably infertile. Others are middle-aged men and women, tormented by balance problems, numb hands or feet, or mysterious shooting leg pains so agonizing that they can barely walk. Some are diagnosed with early onset dementia, or pre-Parkinson's disease in their 30s, 40s, or 50s. Some are people so depressed that they try to kill themselves. Some appear to be full-blown schizophrenics, and still others are seniors living out their days in nursing homes because their doctors think they have Alzheimer's disease. It's too late to completely reverse the symptoms of many of these people, but it's not too late to protect yourselves or the people you love against a similarly tragic fate. In fact, it's extraordinarily simple to prevent or completely reverse the symptoms of B12 deficiency if the deficiency is discovered in time. But this condition isn't like other vitamin deficiencies, and simply taking a standard multivitamin pill won't protect you. Instead, you need an accurate diagnosis and medical treatment. And getting a diagnosis isn't always easy, as I know from experience. I had no idea that an invisible disease was attacking my body when I went for a pre-employment physical examination back in 1983, when I was just 19. The first clue came when the examining physician reviewed my blood tests and commented on my abnormally large red blood cells. In retrospect, I may owe my life to the fact that this test came back positive. Many people suffer neurological damage decades before their blood tests become abnormal, and by then, it's too late. "What kind of diet do you eat?" the doctor asked when he saw my results. When I said that I didn't like vegetables,
I don't need to listen to this and then go out in public. Somebody might be in trouble because I'm going to be angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
1 month later, another doctor commented again on my large red blood cells, but concluded that my lab results were insignificant. Like the first doctor, this physician sent me on my way, unaware that he just misdiagnosing a disease that could destroy my brain, cripple my body, or even kill me. 2 years later, in nursing school, I bought a manual describing laboratory tests and their meanings. In the section on macrocytosis, the medical term for unusually large red blood cells, the manual outlined 2 different problems: folic acid deficiency and B12 deficiency, which could cause this abnormality. Since I loved B12-rich food and didn't like folate-rich vegetables, I could see why my doctor picked low folic acid as a likely culprit in my case. But I wondered why he'd never considered B12 deficiency as well, since most cases of B12 deficiency stem from malabsorption problems rather than diet. Thinking to myself, it can't hurt to be sure, I persuaded a doctor I worked with to order a serum folate and serum B12 level for me. That night, when I mentioned the test to my parents, my father surprised me by saying that back in the 1960s, my grandfather had been diagnosed with pernicious anemia, the most well-known, although not the most common, cause of B12 deficiency. My grandfather's first set of doctors thought he had leukemia and told my dad there was nothing more they could do. It wasn't until my father insisted he be transferred to Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit for a second opinion that he was correctly diagnosed and treated, although it took the second group of doctors nearly 4 weeks to do so. So I wasn't completely caught off guard a few days later when my own B12 test came back low. I started receiving B12 shots, grateful that I'd obtained a diagnosis before I suffered any symptoms. But that wasn't the end of my story. 2 years later, when I needed surgery, I mentioned my B12 deficiency and ongoing treatment to my surgeon. Skeptical because she thought I was awfully young to have this problem, she sent me to a hematologist who dismissed the idea that I had a B12 problem, in spite of my earlier diagnosis and abnormal test results showing macrocytosis, low B12, and abnormal Schilling's test. In fact, the hematologist's chart notes, which I read surreptitiously at a later visit, a nurse's instinct, suggested that I was merely a hysterical female, imagining problems that didn't exist. I insisted he run tests anyway. The hematologist had changed his mind by the time his office called me a week later, asking me to come in right away. By then, the tests he'd ordered had revealed that I indeed had juvenile
Fucking intelligent as I am, you gonna sit here and look me in my face and tell me that bullshit. My life is on the line.
He'd ever seen with pernicious anemia in his 20 years of practice. I felt like a rare freak of nature. This time around, the doctor was friendly and informative, and I sensed, secretly relieved that I'd insisted he verify my earlier diagnosis. He certainly wouldn't have detected my problem on his own, even with all the information I'd given him on my first visit, because
it was either my iron supplement
showed that his suspected
or it
diagnosis
was
didn't even include B12 deficiency.
what's the name? Because one I'm
In
missing.
short, although
So I know it fell, hit the floor, but I can't find it.
he nearly missed it. If I'd come to him without the benefit of my nursing training and my assertive and inquisitive personality, or without already knowing that I had a history of B12
This chair don't have to
deficiency,
move because I'm have to get
his
down here.
failure could have
Oh, there
injured
it is.
or killed me. Because if I had passively accepted his initial opinion, I would have stopped receiving the B12 shots that saved my body from the ravages of pernicious anemia. And yet, in a way, I'm thankful to him. Why? Because his disbelief led me to ponder an important question. How many other people suffer or die because their doctors don't consider the simple diagnosis of B12 deficiency? I was lucky because I had enlarged red blood cells, the easiest to spot sign of the problem.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?
Our job-ready medical billing and coding training program is the ultimate launchpad for anyone looking to break into the business of healthcare.
Wait a minute.
No prior experience is required.
What does that mean? That means you gotta pay for the rest of
Not just to start
it?
your career, but to thrive on the job from day one.
That means
Our job-ready program includes unlimited opportunities to pass the CPB and CPC exams.
I
and
missed
for
it.
qualified candidates.
Ready to continue what?
We're back with registered.
Excuse me. Can we go back just for a second? Actually, I'm gonna do that on my own. I'm gonna do it on the computer.
A division of recorded books.
Because I don't know, but I'm gonna go to the end.
And
Let me go to the end because I want all of them now. It's been a while since I read the book. Then we're gonna talk about toxic mold. We're gonna talk about toxic mold. We're gonna get in.
that surreptitious glance at my chart showed that his suspected diagnoses didn't even include B12 deficiency. In short, although I virtually handed this doctor my diagnosis, he nearly missed it. If I come
So
to
when
him
he
with the
said
benefit
you
of
want to
my nursing
continue,
training,
what was that?
me to ponder an important question. How many other people suffer or die because their doctors don't consider the simple diagnosis of B12 deficiency? I was lucky because I had enlarged red blood cells, the easiest to spot sign.
And they still didn't tell me the truth, bro. They still didn't tell me the truth, bitch.
We're back with registered nurse Sally Patchlock. The author, co-author of It Could Be B12, An Epidemic of Misdiagnosis. Now you're co-author is your husband.
Yes.
And what is his name?
Jeffrey Stewart.
Jeffrey Stewart. And how long before we go into some more things that we had talked about prior to the break, how long did it take you to write the book?
Oh my goodness. The first edition came out in 2005. And I wrote the book.
So this
it's a
is
long
Sally.
story. The book, actually, the first edition was done in 2001, but it took about 3 to 4 years to find a publisher to publish the book.
Right.
About 3 years, because it was 2004, and they always have that a long time for them to go into print, etc.
Right. Is this book right now in every hospital? Is it in every bookstore?
What?
Where is it?
Hospital.
The book is available through any bookstore, through Amazon.com, libraries, etc., and through the publisher Quill Driver Books.
Do you think every physician should know this back and forth?
Absolutely. I mean, what we have to realize, we need to educate not only the public, but we need to re-educate the entire medical community and the healthcare community. Because B12 deficiency is a medical disorder. It is not alternative medicine or holistic medicine. It is a true, full-blown medical disorder. B12 deficiency is very easy because we know you need it not only for the blood, but you need it for the nervous system, and it destroys the myelin. It gives numerous signs and symptoms of neurologic disease. So we know it attacks the brain and nervous system. So some of the brain symptoms are forgetfulness, foggy thinking, memory loss, dementia. B12 deficiency absolutely does cause dementia. There's a critical window of opportunity to treat a B12 deficiency, or you can cause permanent brain and nerve damage.
Well, that's the question I have right now. So you feel like your husband, your lover, your mother, your dad, your sister, your brother, whoever, you notice that they're starting to become forgetful. Would you suggest to take them and have them tested right away?
Absolutely, because B12 deficiency, or cobalamin is the other technical term, that's part of the differential diagnosis of dementia. Dementia has different causes, but B12 deficiency is one of them. It only makes logical sense that you would include B12 in the diagnostic workup of the patient.
Right.
We're not saying everybody has a B12 deficiency, but people who are symptomatic or at risk need to be tested. The danger is if someone truly has a B12 deficiency,
not the BS test,
and you think, well, their forgetfulness, they have dementia, they have Alzheimer's, and you don't treat it, and that person really has a B12 deficiency, it's illogical because it has a treatment, B12, versus Alzheimer's, dementia does not.
Now, people that are on Alzheimer's and dementia take medication right now, right? What does it cost to have the B12 therapy or medication in comparison to what it would cost for the other stuff?
Right, so for instance, if somebody was forgetful and they have Alzheimer's and they prescribe Aricept or Namenda, which is an Alzheimer's or a dementia drug,
right?
Those drugs can cost $1,500 a year or $2,000 a year for the insurance company to pay. So you have to remember, even though maybe you're just paying your copay, Medicare or insurance company, we're paying for it as a society.
Right.
So there's a danger if that person has a B12 deficiency and you're prescribing those drugs, which would be inappropriate if that person really had a B12 deficiency. They need B12. B12 injectable, if you learn how to self-inject, or a family member, which is easy, just like diabetics learn how to inject, and you can give B12 subcutaneously, would cost you $40 for an entire year. A year. And
That's
then the
cheap.
other route that we recommend is underneath the tongue, because you have veins that can absorb it better, just like nitroglycerin people put underneath their tongue to absorb when they're having chest pain. It immediately gets into your system better than swallowing a pill. Because of digestion, there's binders and fillers. That therapy probably would cost under $100 for an entire year.
Wow, that's cheap.
So, it's cost effective, but also we need to be screening for B12 deficiency, just like we screen patients who are symptomatic with diabetes or thyroid disease. We screen for cholesterol
or whatever.
We need to screen for B12 deficiency, and it's not just screening. We're asking the physicians to screen. To test patients who are symptomatic. But the problem is, they have a knowledge deficit. They don't know the signs and symptoms of B12 deficiency because they are not testing patients. So we are wasting billions of healthcare dollars on giving other drugs, other treatments, other tests when it is
Come
B12.
on, baby, charge
And
my
then you're playing a
laptop.
game that you have a limited
Come on, charge it up.
time, or you can cause permanent where you can't, go back in time.
Okay, let's talk about dementia for a minute, okay? And if it's seen first pretty quickly, okay, and it's diagnosed pretty quickly, what happens with that dementia patient?
I mean, if it really was B12, if they were forgetful, they have complete reversal.
Wow.
I mean, there's many articles written in medical literature. Our book has over 300 references from the medical literature. This is from their medical journals. Many patients described that come in that they thought had dementia, etc., and
Why
it was
is it not
reversed.
charged?
So it's not just what we're seeing in our own practice. We put a lot of other supporting evidence so people don't think we're making this stuff up. This disorder, because it won the Nobel Prize in 1934, is well researched. It's we've had a treatment for over 70 years. So it's well documented, and there's thousands of
There we go.
articles on B12 deficiency. The problem is there's no big money to be made in B12.
And so the pharmaceutical companies aren't making any money on it, so then it's not.
Especially if you don't fix the
necessary to
problem,
really push for
if
it.
it can be
You don't have
fixed.
pharmaceutical representatives pushing
My
B12
case,
out
it's
there.
not.
The other thing is we didn't describe, it's not
But if
just
it's just
dementia
that you're
brain,
deficient,
it attacks the
it can be
nervous
fixed.
system. So a common sign and symptom of B12 deficiency is paresthesias, or numbness and tingling of the hands, feet, legs, arms. Patients get gait and balance.
If it's just that you're deficient, that can be fixed. If you have like pernicious anemia and maybe some other kind of anemias too, but definitely pernicious anemia, you have the intrinsic factor, you have the MTFRH, if whatever, that gene deficiency factor that I have, then that can be fixed, because that's just means that you were born with this and you cannot even absorb ever in any form, unless you bitch, what? I'm sick of this shit. Discharge it. As I was saying, you will always have to inject directly into the muscle for the rest of your life. So, but if it's just that people are low and deficient in B12, which that is the issue with a lot of people today, and one of the reasons is why, because they strip what you really need from foods and drinks these days, and then all the other things that they do to your body, right, through products and air, water, blah blah blah, that will also keep you from absorbing it, or make it just vominos. Then you can get your levels back up to a healthy level, and you could just maintain them, if needed. But other than that, you should be good to go, as long as you're knowing that, okay, I need to check my B12 regularly, and along with everything else, and just make sure that it's at a good level once you get it back to healthy levels. It's that simple for a lot of people. But what you end up doing is going to the doctors, and they lie and they give you false diagnoses. They say, oh, you got dementia, you got Parkinson's, you got MS, stuff like that. Or you will get a B12 test. It's so much you got to know with this. So much you got to know, because even when you have the B12 test, they're so slick. They listen. They knew a long time ago, while we were just busy being born and raised and taught and all this kind of stuff. They had already established that they want to play us. They figured out how they want to play us. They established different ways, and they were steps and steps ahead of us. So they just had decided that instead of giving this as a fix by telling the truth and blah blah blah, then we gonna stick them, we gonna stuck them, we gonna shook them, we gonna shock them. and we're going to lie to them. And we're going to create these diagnoses here, and we're going to make bank, boy. We're going to make bank. We're going to make bank off these folks.
Disorders. They have difficulty walking. They call ataxia, where they have a scattered gait.
Kind of almost like Parkinson's.
Yeah, they're kind of wide gait. They can have tremor. People get dizziness. So when you look at people having neuropathy, having poor judgment, if they have dementia, having a wide-based gait or imbalance and dizziness, what do you think that causes? Falls. Falls are the leading cause of death over age 65, fall-related injury. Right. So when you look at, we see many patients coming through the emergency department that have fallen, I mean, that's where they come, who have hip fractures. And when you start talking to these patients and looking at all their risk factors and their signs and symptoms, and we test them. I've gotten some of the physicians I work with to test, and we're finding a lot of B12 deficiency. We shouldn't be finding that, because all these patients have a primary care doctor, they have an internist, they have specialists. So why are we diagnosing in the emergency department? Not that we mind, but that's why we are so in tuned to the epidemic of B12 deficiency. It is an epidemic. And even in the medical literature, they're stating that 48 million Americans have a B12 deficiency.
And on that note, we have to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Sally Patchlock. And could it be B12 an epidemic of misdiagnosis?
Hey, what is it? Maybe because...
We'll be right back on Born Before 64 after this commercial.
I have never seen someone between the ages of 50 and 60 with such beautiful hair.
Because a lot of times my back hurts,
since she started getting
it be
gray
my
hair,
stomach.
she has been using this product.
That's some crazy
Never
shit.
dye your gray hair.
Listen, I saw something about Blueface daughter Journey said something on live. Let me play it real quick. Where did I put that? It's on Jelly Roll. Ain't no telling what that girl said.
Need a shot right now. Watch out. Lift your neck.
You missed it. I went over a lot of that earlier. And I had the...
Why is that funny to you? You're supposed to fix them, don't ask them.
You know what's interesting? How these fools act any kind of way and do any and everything in front of that child, those children, and then expect them to be decent children. He sit there and talk to them about their mama doing nasty things with other people. He sit there and talk to them about their mama bluesy woo-doo 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 woo. I'm gonna share some of the cipher that we did last night. I'm gonna share the part that I rhymed. And y'all listen, when I rhymed, they was like, you not a rapper. I told y'all that though. You know what I'm saying? But I did think of a freestyle right now. I guess the way I delivered it, I don't know, because I couldn't hear myself, so I still haven't heard it yet. But they was like, your voice. Oh, you need to be doing voice. You need to be doing voiceover. I'm like, it's crazy because I'm trying to get voiceover work right now, like, for real. But anywho, I'm random. I'm all over the place, I know.
I shoot you. Let's do it again. No, we can do it again now.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name is Blueface.
She put a makeshift GUN to the back of his neck and said ISHOOTU. They literally, they talk about any and everything in front of this girl. And even he says it to them. He told her mom, give me a kiss. And she was like, I ain't giving you no kiss. And she trying to kiss him on the cheek, you know, just to be cool, I guess, or whatever. And he didn't want that. He wanted her to bow down and give him a kiss on the lips, I guess. He told Journey, he said, give me a kiss since your mom won't give me a kiss. Now, after the whole Nature Boy ordeal, I'm not feeling that right there, right? So then after he did that, my hands are so dry, I forgot I washed them. After he did that, he said, yeah, your mama tripping, but she know I'm gonna beat that pussy up later. He said that right to his daughter. So just imagine why, bro. Okay, now I don't want to grease up my keyboard, so let me get this rubbed in. And then I'm about to press play for y'all, but I'm gonna go to see what a couple of people said in the comment section, because this right here, it's not, I know, well, see, this one, listen, watch what I tell you. They're gonna start using Journey for content, okay? They're seeing that people are like, oh my gosh, she talks like this. Oh my gosh, she says a bad word. Oh my gosh, she's not supposed to hit you. Oh my God, you know, your daughter, she's so unruly. She's so this, she's so that. They're gonna start letting it fly on camera often so that they can get content out of it, because Blueface is boring. I mean, let's keep it real. And that's not good. I'm just gonna say.
What's your name? I thought you were Pink Face. Not Pink Face no more? Huh? What's your name? No, your name is Pink Face. What's your name? What you looking for?
Because you're mean.
I mean? No, you're mean. Look at all these beanie beans on the back of your neck. What? Stop saying that.
What? What'd she say?
Want me to disown you? Okay, so stop it.
Why would you say that to your daughter?
Where are you going?
He don't show any interactions with him and the boy. Javon.
You don't want to be nice.
Get him, Journey.
You want me to go away? What? You want me to go home?
Because he telling her this, her name is Pink Face.
You want to call me or not? Huh?
She's like, oh, my name is Journey.
Am I mean or am I nice? Which one? Okay. Stop being bipolar.
No, she just got over it.
Okay, young lady?
I mean, that one is pretty simple. She didn't want you to tell her name was Pink Face. She said her name is Journey.
Okay, come on, let's go. Yeah, let's be nice.
Why he don't hang out with Javon on camera?
What? What do you mean to my daughter? You got a smart little mouth. You know that? Oh, yeah, you know that? You know you got a smart mouth? You get that from your mama, huh?
I love you. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry too. I forgive you. Give me a kiss. Okay, friends?
Let's play together.
Okay, let's play.
Continue.
You could be Minnie Mouse. I'll be Spider-Man.
Hi.
What's up, girl?
I'm your big sister.
What are we doing tonight? What are we doing tonight? It's Saturday, girl. I'm trying to go out.
Oh.
I'm trying to go out and get turned. What are we doing tonight?
We're in the elevator.
You ain't trying to go out to the club tonight?
Come on.
Are you going to the club tonight or what, girl?
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's go.
I can go to Grover.
Can you keep your legs close?
Let's be good.
What club are we going to tonight?
Nothing.
We going to Club Shay Shay tonight?
Yeah. Come on. Let's slide our
Let's go to Club Shay Shay then.
Wait for me.
She went home.
So we're at home?
No, I didn't like she wants to like that.
What we doing tonight, girl? It's Saturday.
Hospital.
I ain't trying to go to the hospital.
Yes, we do.
Nah, I'm trying to go to the club.
Come on, man.
Come on, let's go to the club. Come on. Come on, Mimi. We're going to Club Shay Shay. Come on. Follow me. I'm over here.
Follow me.
No. Follow me.
No, no.
I got the address. You don't got the Addy. You got to follow me to the Addy. You don't have the Addy to the club, girl.
No. He needs to.
Okay.
He needs to go to his friend.
All right. You don't got the Addy, though. Okay.
Your lollipop.
Can we go now?
Why don't he have little girl talk with her, not talk about what grown-ups
Girl,
do?
you don't have the Addy. I got the Addy. Come on. Follow me to the
Age-appropriate stuff.
No. Why you don't want to go with me? No, I'm not even.
Chicken sauce, hard-boiled eggs, and a protein like with the oats in it.
He trying to trigger her on purpose so he can get content. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he just leaving her there in front of the camera to see what she gonna do and say.
No, you go away.
It's not funny. He teaching her how to not behave right, you know?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get you one of these, man. You like you the rocket? Why not? Huh? Why not? I'm just saying,
That's trauma. That's trauma. So I'm gonna rewind it. Peace. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure y'all hit the like, right? So I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. I'm gonna show you how he left us stone cold.
Okay.
Your lollipop.
Can we go now?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Let's go to
Girl, you don't have the Addy. I got the Addy. Come on. Follow me to the Addy. No. Why you don't want to go with me? No, I'm not even.
chicken sauce, hard-boiled eggs, and a protein like with the oats in it.
Peace to you, Jeffrey. If you out here with that money, hit the Cash App up, honey. Y'all can hype the video. You can send gifts. You can hit the like. All that is free.
No, you go away.
Just go away.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get you one of these, man. You like you the rocket?
No, that's not cool.
Why not? Huh? Why not? I'm just saying,
It's not cool at all. So you threw a tantrum because she didn't do what you wanted her to do. So when she act like that, then what? Then you gonna just leave her there and let her listen to you laughing and giggling with other people. That's crazy. This is an abusive ass nigga. Sorry, that's your props journey. Sorry.
Took my hat. Alright, I'm in this live then. soften up.
We're not gonna be friends.
What?
We're not gonna be friends. Go away!
Never.
Go away, you dumbass!
Oh.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Worst breakfast for your waistline.
Oatmeal's healthy, right?
There's nothing good in oatmeal. Most oats cross-react with gluten, and almost all oats in the United States have glyphosate. They're one of the best ways I've found to fatten people.
What about granola?
Deceptively labeled as health food, but it's full of grains and sugar, and these grains are little bombs and capable of destroying just about anybody's calories.
How about just some eggs?
Hard-boiled eggs would be a great way to start your day.
Okay, so what about cereal?
Folks, healthy options, organic options are still sugar, and this is really going to rip your gut.
Well, what about coffee?
People always ask me, is coffee after meals healthy or bad for you?
Okay,
Actually,
so I
the answer is
found
both,
it.
depending on when you drink it. Firstly, coffee is a...
Boy, shut up. I found a copy of the book. Okay, I'm gonna borrow it. And see, it's taking my back. Ugh. That's crazy how I feel like the sharp pain in my back, it could be like mid to upper back and whatever, and then it be directly connected to like gas in my damn stomach. It's just weird. And I got gas from what? Because I've been eating lentils? Because that's all I had was lentils. So everything, it's crazy. Because part of having this damn gene defect or whatever is
An epidemic of misdiagnoses. Sally M. Piccolo.
I don't like
R.
that.
and Jeffrey J. Stewart. Dio.
Let's see if I can get my reader to read it. Because I don't think you can change the voice. Oh, maybe.
Praise for Could It Be by Two. In this long-needed book, Hackalock and Stewart expose a major healthcare scandal.
Okay, I can handle that. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there for a second. So let me see. Let me check my book source in my personal book source. I mean, my back is screaming, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I need to do so I can come back and I can work out. Pilates, all that is gonna feel so good. Okay, let me do a search. Plus, I got a lot of work to do online. Could it be B12? So I do have the PDF of the book, which is good because when I open it up in my Word, either I can have it read by Word or I can have it read by my own computer's, what's the name? All right, so let's see which one I like best. So I'm gonna go right here. Then I'm gonna go to more tools, read aloud, see. How that sound? Come on, baby. Why you taking so long, baby? I gotta do some ab work. My back is screaming. Ugh. Like I need a back massage, y'all. But as soon as I get to do some Pilates, some ab work, get the move, because I am so freaking bloated, y'all. Right now, it's crazy. And I can feel air pockets of gas all in my belly. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to lay off the lentils for a second. So the read aloud is not working. It's like you gotta move it around to get it out. Like, it's crazy. It's like one day you can eat something that don't affect you badly, and then the next day you try that shit if you want to. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open it via browser because it's different. Let me see how to make it open in Word. Edit in Notepad, free up space, open with, what? I gotta reteach my computer things all over again. Alright, I'm saying just once. Oh yes, gotta convert the PDF to a Word file. Alright, so give it a minute, let it do that. So now it's open in Word. Okay, so I'm going to start. Oh, they got an app. Cool. Alright, I'm about to check that out. So I can, because I can do, not dictate. Where's the read aloud thing? Speech to text. Converts speech to text. No, that's not what I want either. In the app, it's easy to find. Where is read aloud? Not dictate, bro. Move. Let's see.
About the author. Sally M. Hakalock is a seasoned registered nurse and medical professional who has dedicated her life to uncovering the often overlooked condition of
Not
vitamin
bad.
B12 deficiency. With extensive experience in emergency and critical care nursing, Hakalock has witnessed firsthand the debilitating effects of B12 deficiency on patients, prompting her to delve into what she saw as a widespread and poorly understood health issue. Holding a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan, she has tirelessly advocated for better awareness, diagnosis, and treatment of this condition. Her commitment is evident in her extensive writing, speaking engagements, and collaborations with leading medical professionals. As an author,
Okay, now let me listen to old boy again.
The failure to identify and treat hundreds of thousands of patients who suffer from vitamin B deficiency.
You forgot the 12, bro. Why did he stop? Yeah, I think I'm gonna rock with her over here on Word. It's highlighted. Maybe that's why I won't read it. The cost of epidemic and dementia. So let me see. I'm gonna go right here and see what happens. Oh, that changes the page. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Word version. Okay. All right, so that's what we'll do with that.
Hakalock combines her deep medical knowledge with a passionate drive to educate both the public and healthcare providers, aiming to reduce the incidence of misdiagnosis and suffering related to B12 deficiency.
Feeling a rush of cold air coming in. God.
Summary
dog it.
content list.
Did I close the door?
Chapter 1. The Hidden Epidemic. Understanding Vitamin. B12 Deficiency. Chapter 2. Diagnosis Dilemmas. Challenges in Identifying B12 Deficiency. Chapter 3.
No.
Risk Factors and Vulnerable Populations. Who is at risk? Chapter 4. The Neurological and Psychological Impact of B12 Deficiency. Chapter 5. Effective Treatment Strategies. Reversing B12 Deficiency. Chapter 6. Preventative Measures and Lifestyle Adjustments. Chapter 7. The Broader Implications of B12 Deficiency. Awareness. Chapter 1. The Hidden Epidemic Understanding Vitamin B12 Deficiency. Vitamin B12 is a vital nutrient that plays a crucial role in maintaining overall health. It is essential for the production of red blood cells, DNA synthesis, and the proper functioning of the nervous system. Despite its importance, vitamin B12 deficiency is often underrecognized and misdiagnosed, leading Sally M., Pakalak determined a hidden epidemic in her book, Could It Be B12? Vitamin B12 deficiency can produce a wide array of symptoms, which makes it challenging to identify. Patients may experience fatigue, weakness, dizziness, shortness of breath, and pale skin, among other physical signs. Beyond these, B12 deficiency can also cause neurological and psychological symptoms such as memory loss, difficulty walking, mood disturbances, and even severe mental health issues like depression and anxiety. This broad spectrum of symptoms often leads to misdiagnosis, as they can overlap with many other medical conditions. The prevalence of B12 deficiency is more common than typically acknowledged. According to Pakalak, a significant portion of the population, particularly among the
My back
elderly,
killing me, bro.
vegetarians, vegans, and individuals with
So,
certain medical
what we finna
conditions,
do?
are at risk. A combination of factors can lead to this deficiency, including poor dietary intake, impaired absorption, certain medications, and genetic predispositions. One of the critical issues in recognizing and treating B12 deficiency is the inherent challenges in diagnosis. Standard blood tests often fail to detect the condition accurately, especially in the early stages. Misconceptions about the levels of B12 considered normal further complicate the diagnosis, as the threshold for deficiency may vary among individuals. Pakalak emphasizes the need for more accurate and sensitive diagnostic methods, as well as a better understanding of the spectrum of B12 levels. The hidden nature of B12 deficiency means that many individuals suffer needlessly from its effects, sometimes for years, before receiving proper treatment. Pakalak's book advocates for increased awareness and education about this hidden epidemic to improve diagnosis, treatment, and ultimately, patient outcomes. Recognizing the symptoms and considering B12 deficiency as a potential underlying cause
Hold on.
can lead to timely and effective intervention, significant
Okay, so I'm gonna have to make some tea.
Medications can play a significant role in these blood deficiency. Long-term use of certain medications like proton pump inhibitors, ACE2 blockers, and blood TPO, find ability to more No, they did. Charging this, but it wasn't charging the phone.
So this bar is so this okay. Just hurt my toes. So you can do all kinds of booty exercises. I always feel better when I work out. So that's what I'm trying to make her say. Even that, thinking about this. So So I got that bar right there. Then I got this bar right here. And that's what we're going to be working on. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. You can play no games with me. You put me on camera when I don't want to be on camera, bro. She look. What 55? like this. So the first one is about but this one is yeah, that'll be no they team. Alright, so that's 20 and then
2, 3.
I knew I was gonna Why you stop talking about this? Oh my God. She treat Callie like trash. So, high screen, three, but six.
Can you do that?